Hannah.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
And today we're going to talk about why good mobility and rotation is important in improving your golf performance.
With a lot of us now working from home and spending more time in static positions, this can decrease our mobility. If we're talking about a golf swing, having reduced mobility in our thoracic spine and our hips can alter and negatively affect our golf swing.
Having good mobility will allow us to generate more club head speed. This can be done in two ways, having a longer backswing and being able to dissociate between our hips and our shoulders. This will allow us to generate more power in our golf swing.
In today's video, we're going to be looking at a few different common compensations in our golf swing due to a reduction in our thoracic and hip mobility. Not only will this help to improve your golf swing, but it'll also help to prevent injury. One compensation that we see in a golf swing if we don't have good thoracic and hip mobility is to side flex through our lumbar spine. To generate force if we don't have good thoracic mobility, we'll side flex one side and then excessively over to the other to generate force. This can put quite a lot of pressure onto the right side of our lumbar spine and down into our hip.
The second compensation that we tend to see is an elevation in our shoulder due to a reduction in thoracic mobility. This can put excessive strain and load through the right side of your neck and your shoulder, increasing your likelihood of having rotator cuff pathologies.
The last compensation strategy that we're going to be looking at is excessive wrist and elbow movement. As we're making contact with the ball, to generate club speed, what we might do if we don't have good thoracic and hip mobility is to overly flex and overly extend our wrists to generate that force. As we're doing this can put more pressure and use more muscles on either the outside of this elbow or the inside of this one. This can cause different pathologies like golfer's elbow or tennis elbow.
The first exercise we can do to address thoracic mobility is something that we like to call threading the needle. So if Jamie pops his left hand through the right side of his body and then opens out to stretch his trunk, that then increases the range of stretch that we can put on our thoracic spine. Please only go to a range that feels comfortable for you.
So the next exercise we're going to be looking at is to try and help improve our thoracic mobility and core activation using a dumbbell. So what Hannah's going to do first is lift her dumbbell straight up in front of her. She's going to stabilise onto the ground with her hand on the opposite side, lifting her knees up, and whilst keeping this dumbbell as still as we can by activating our core, she's going to slowly rotate her knees one side and then over to the other side. This helps improve core activation during mobility and thoracic rotation.
This last exercise is to address hip mobility and it's called 90-90 rotations. So if Jamie gets himself into a position of 90-90 in his hips, and all he has to do is roll over from one side to the other. Now for an added challenge to increase the activation in our hip, you can try and lift your lower leg off the floor. Okay, swap over for me. Same on this side. Good.
So in today's video, we looked at a few common compensations in our golf swing due to reduction in thoracic and hip mobility.
And we've given you some exercises to hopefully improve your golf performance and reduce your risk of injuries. If you've watched today's video and feel like you've got one of those injuries or would like some further advice on how to improve your golf performance, then please book in and come and see one of us at Response Physio and Sports Therapy. Thanks for watching.